The figure below shows a tetrahedron ABCV. AB is equals to BC is equals to CA is equals to 12 centimeters, and VA is equals to VB is equals to VC is equals to 15 centimeters. That means that all the slant heights are equal in this particular diagram. All the slant heights are equal. Is a right tetrahedron. First question, calculate to 1 decimal place the height of the tetrahedron, the height. So how do you get the height? You get the height by drawing a perpendicular from the vertex V to the midpoint of that base, and the base also, this one is the same. AB is equals to, so all these are 12, so the base again, it is an equilateral triangle, so we can name this point here, the midpoint, to be O. So in order to get the height, we shall join C to the midpoint of that, like that. We join it up to that point, and we shall form a right angle triangle there. So look at that triangle VOC. So triangle VOC is what you're going to use. So we only know VC. How do we get a CO? CO, if we use the triangle ABC, we can start by extending. We can extend this line. We can extend this line CO until that point there. But now the problem is, I want you to be very keen here. You can name this point as N. So this point here is N. So this point from C to O is not equal from O to N. So when we get CN and then we divide that one by 2, we'll be wrong when you do that, because O is not the midpoint of CN. So we need to use some other concept here to get CO, and you're going to use this concept of the sine rule. Remember the sine rule: A divided by sine A is equals to B is equals to divided by sine B is equals to C over sine C is equals to 2R. So using these, you can get the radius 2R, where R is the radius. I can decide to use one of these sides, and since I know that this one is an equilateral triangle and all these angles are 60, all these angles here are 60, is equilateral. Say all the sides are 12 centimeters. So I can use one side being 12, and then sine of one of the angles, that is a 60. This one should give me 2 radius. The radius in this case will be CO. CO will be the radius. So therefore, if you work out these using a calculator, and you make R the subject, R will be 12 divided by 2 sine 60. So the radius will give you 4 root 3. 4 root 3. So that is CO. 4 root 3. 4 root 3. Like that. So now having that, we can get the perpendicular height. So we just have the triangle now here. I can extract it. Here so that we can have. So this is O. This one is V, and this one is C. So we have OC. This is a 4 root 3, and then we have these as 15. So we can get the height. So the height, therefore, the height will be given by Pythagoras theorem, the square root of 15 squared minus 4 root 3 squared, like that. So this will give the height to be given by, this will be the square root of 225 15 squared, then 4 root 3 squared will give 48, and these will give I to be 13.3 centimeters. 13.3 centimeters. So that is the height of the tetrahedron. Let's go to part 2. The angle between VB and the base ABC. VB. So let us identify VB. So you can see VB is here, and then the base ABCD. So that will be the angle between VB. We need to get the projection of VB on the base. So the projection of VB will be BO. So we need to connect this one. We need to connect B to O. So when you're getting, that is the angle between a line and a plane. The line is VB and the plane is ABC. So to get that, we normally get the angle between that line, that is VB, and its projection on that plane. And the projection is here. So that is the angle that we need to get. So if I look at that particular diagram, you notice that you can extract that triangle. Can extract it here. So the height is there, and then to look at it, so we have B is there, then O is there, and then V is there. So this is the perpendicular height that we just got, that is 13.3, and then VB, let's look at VB is 12, the slant heights are 12, so these will be 12. So we can get this required angle. You can check from the diagram there, you can check it there. So this one, you get the angle by, you can use tangent. So tangent of theta is equals to opposite. Well, this one is going to tangent going to work? No, I think sine is going to work better than this. So sine is going to work because we have the opposite side. So sine of theta will give 13.3 divided by the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is 15. I'm sorry, this one should be 15. No, I wrote 12. This one should be 15. It should be 15. It should be 15. Just look at the diagram. VB is slant height of all these is 15. So sine of theta is equals to 13.3 divided by 15, and this one should give theta will give sine inverse of 13.3 divided by 15, and theta will give 62.46 degrees. Then the other one is the angle between VAB, part C, angle between VAB and the base VAB. That is the angle between two planes, VAB and ABC. So VAB, so we have VAB and the base that is ABC. So when you're getting the angle between two planes, you consider this plane first, VAB, and then you draw a perpendicular from V to that other plane, like that. This one will meet at 90 degrees here. It will meet these, that it will meet that plane at 90 degrees. And then for the other plane, ABC, also draw a perpendicular from this point C to the mid of these like this to that point. So it will also meet this one at 90 degrees like this. So look at what I've done. draw perpendicular from V to this point, the mid of AB, to meet this line AB at 90 degrees. Then draw the other perpendicular from the other plane, this point C, to the mid of this line. So where the two perpendiculars are meeting, this is the required angle. This is the required angle. So we need to get this angle here. So this is the required angle. So how do we get that angle? Look, we should look at what we are given and look at this triangle VNO. We consider that. I only have the height, so I will extract it here. So let me extract that. So it looks like this, but you can see what we are given. So we have ONV. So this is O, N, and this is V, like that. So look at O. O is here, N is here, and V is here. So we only have VO. We have VO. VO is 13.3, but we don't have NO. The easier one to get is NO. So we need to get this distance here. How do we get that distance? Now, because you already have this distance CO, we can use this triangle CNB. We can use Pythagoras theorem to get that. So CN, the whole of CN, will be given by, when I talk of CN, this is the whole of these, using this triangle here, that will be 12 squared minus 6 squared, and these will give 12 squared, we get it, 12 squared minus 6 squared, then you get the square root of that. So 12 squared minus 6 squared, you get 6 root 3. So this one will give 6 root 3. 6 root 3. I want you to be very keen here. So CN is 6 root 3, but we already have CO as 4 root 3. So to get ON, we're going to get 6 root 3 minus 4 root 3. And this will give 2 root 3. Why are we subtracting? Because we already have CO as 4 root 3. That was the radius. We got the radius. And then we have already obtained CN as 6 root 3. So this part that is remaining here, ON, will be given by CN minus CO. That is 6 root 3 minus 4 root 3. And that will give us 2 root 3. So now having that, having this one as 2 root 3, that is ON or NO. Now we can get the required angle. Remember, the required angle is this angle here. This is the required angle between the two planes. And for this one, you can use tangent. So tangent of theta is equals to opposite side over the adjacent side. So theta will be given by the tan inverse of 13.3 divided by 2 root 3. And this one gives, when you work it out, this will give 75.4 degrees. So that is how you get the angle between two planes. The last question, the angle between VAB and VBC. VAB and VBC. So let us identify that. VAB, so VAB and VBC. You can look at those two planes. So I have to clear some things here so that you can see everything properly. So the angle between VAB and VBC is this particular angle here. Very easy to identify. It is this angle that is here. So this angle that angle is the one that is the angle between those two planes, VAB and VBC. And that angle is 60 degrees because it is one of the angles of that triangle at the base that is equilateral, which is 60 degrees. But for you to calculate, you can still calculate that because you need to get 3 marks and show all the methods that we've used. We can simply extract that triangle. We can use that, you can draw it. You can draw it like this because the angle that we need, we can just draw it like that. And this is the angle that we need. That is the angle that we need. So these are BAC. So here's the BAC. So look at the base, I've extracted them. BAC. So the angle I need is this, and remember these are, this is 12. So this is 12, this is 12. So I can draw perpendicular bisector there, and these will be 6, these will be 6. So I need this angle. Once I get that angle, I just multiply it by 2. So the whole of angle ABC, we are going to get it by, I can use sine. So sine to be twice, because you get one angle and then you multiply by 2. You can see the whole of that angle. 2 sine of theta will be given by, just multiply is sine of theta, which will be opposite divided by the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse, like that. And this will give sine of theta is equals to 0.5. So 0.5 theta will therefore give you a sine inverse of 0. This will give 30 degrees. 30 degrees, and you have to multiply by 2. So 2 times 30 degrees, that will give 60. We already knew that it is 60 because it is an equilateral triangle, but for you to hand out these marks, 3 marks, you don't just need to write the answer there, you just need to show the workings. So that is how you're supposed to solve that question.